Hello and welcome, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm Diane, an Akashic Records reader and an emotional energy healer. I'm hearing an echo. Is anyone hearing an echo besides this? Is kind of acting odd. Okay. I will have to ask everyone to retype their questions if they haven't typed their questions yet before. I hope that worked. Hi, Rush. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Barbara. Okay. Hi, Leah. My comments are kind of delayed. Hold on, let me see if this is going to work. Yeah, I usually ask everyone to type their questions after the live stream. I'm not using stream, so I'm not able to access them um, before the show starts. So if this is your first time here, hello and welcome. Soul Cloud is a show where we discuss spiritual concepts, and then afterwards we do Akashic Records for mini readings and energy clearings. Oh, hi everyone! Hi Nicole. Hi Kim. I'm going to start starring your questions. Hi Paul. Yeah, 5 a.m. works best for me for some reason. I am a morning person, so I love waking up early, and it's also so I can structure my day better. So I have your questions, Sophie. Michelle Oligard, I have your question. I'm scrolling up for the things I missed. I have your question, Barbara, Milena. Okay. Red Dragon, I have your question. I have your question, Brina. And Kat, I have your question. Please type your questions in all caps. Oops, I forgot to unpin the message. Yes, there we go. I have your question, Julianne. Ascending Universal Butterfly. Nicole, I have your question. Sonia, I have your question. And Sonia Claiborne, I have your question. Fogo Pogo, I have your question. Sunnyland, hi, Sunnyland. Hi, Kaylee. Okay, yes, it does. It means I sleep like a grandma. Like at 8 a.m., I'm already sleepy, Paul. Okay, I have your question, Cora. Hold on, I'm just going to check how many questions we have. I don't want to be here all day. Okay, I have Milena, Barbara, Michelle, Oligar, Sophie, Red Dragon, Brina, Kat, Julian Guthrie Salson, Ascending Universal Butterfly, Nicole, Sonia, two Sonias, um, Kaylee, and Cora. Okay. Seems like I need to seems like I need to close the questions now. Okay. Boop. There we go. Oh, I didn't realize this is purple too. Today is purple day. I mean my guides told me to wear purple today. I didn't realize that my banners were also purple. So happy purple day, everyone. Speaking of purple, we will be talking about the higher chakras right now. Um, from the heart chakra up to the crown chakra. We started this discussion last week, and if you haven't checked that yet, I'm going to put a link for the people who are watching the replay around here, an info card, so that it will be easier for you to access that. That is the first part of our discussion on chakras. Hi, Brenda, Lucas. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Okay, there we go. Yes, questions are full at the moment. Hello, Erin. Again, questions are closed for the session. I'm just scrolling up. Hi, Rossi. I start some of your questions, but just in case I don't get to them, to understand. Oh, Yes, Annie. Apparently, our questions get full very fast. This is a new record for me. It's 5 minutes in, and yeah, the questions are already full. So okay, chakras. There we go. Let's get to the discussion about chakras. Last week we talked about the lower chakras, so the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and the solar plexus chakra. So for today, we're going to start with the heart chakra. So the heart chakra is in the chest area. The color is green and it corresponds to love, compassion, kindness, and emotional intelligence. So when the heart chakra is balanced, we are loving, we are forgiving, especially, and even with ourselves, we are self forgiving. We also have good personal boundaries. But when it's depleted or when it's weak and blocked, we can be uncaring or we feel numb to things. We might feel hateful or we might have trust issues. Like I've seen many people who have like a heart wall. It's like their heart is closed off. It means there might be some blockages in their heart chakras. Sometimes when it's overactive, um, we feel codependent and clingy, and we might have poor boundaries when it's is overactive, and we feel very emotional. Like the slightest things might affect us very emotional. So that is the heart chakra. Next up, we have the throat chakra. So as the name suggests, it's in the throat area, right here. There we go. And the color is blue. It corresponds to communication, self-expression, and truth. When it's balanced, we are clear communicators and we are able to express our thoughts and feelings very clearly. When it's depleted, blocked, or weak, we might experience having weakness in voice or being unable to express our feelings or being even secretive. It doesn't mean that when I say weak voice, doesn't mean that we have a low volume. You know, when we say weak voice, you might say something, and the person you're talking to doesn't hear it, like doesn't understand it fully. It doesn't mean that they are ignoring you. It might be some throat chakra issues. So when it is overactive, it's the extreme. So we might feel, or we might see being, we might be being opinionated or we might be prone to gossiping. And because we want to talk, 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 we might not be able to listen, listen, listen. Okay. Next, we have the third eye chakra. So the third eye chakra is a little bit above our eyebrows right here, an inch above the center of our eyebrows around here. The color is indigo. It corresponds to intuition, wisdom, and imagination. So when it's balanced, we are very intuitive, imaginative, we have a good memory, and we have good visualization. We have good imagination when we have a balanced third eye chakra. And we might feel very connected with the other side. When it's blocked or depleted, we have poor memory or a lack of imagination. We might be indecisive as well. When it's overactive, we might be delusional sometimes. Um, we might overthink to the point of being a smart ass. Yeah. And don't worry, I think we've all been there. A lot of the people in the community have very strong third eye chakras, but when it's not balanced, it can go overboard. Yeah, I understand. Um, when there are also third eye chakra issues, we might get migraines. So physically, it might also affect us. Last but not the least for our discussion is the crown chakra. So this sits here at the top of our head. The color is violet, and it corresponds to spirituality, connection to the divine, and awareness. So when it's balanced, um, we feel connected with the universe. We have a broader understanding of things. It's like we can take a step back and look at the bigger picture when when our crown chakra is balanced. And When it's depleted or blocked, we feel disconnected, or we might feel like we don't have a sense of purpose. We might also, when it's overactive, we might feel ungrounded, and a physical symptom is feeling dizzy. And that concludes our discussion about chakras. So if you have any questions about chakras, please put them in the chat and I'll get to them. I'm going to scroll up if you have any questions. Oh, hello, Dana Ford. Hello and welcome. It's my first time seeing you here, so welcome. The questions are now closed for this session. But I do this every week. There we go. I do this every week at 5 p.m. EST. So please feel free to drop by again next week. And also, these are public readings, general readings. And whenever we do this, most of the time, a message for someone may resonate for you as well. So if you're watching the replay or you came in late, I do hope you stick around and listen to the messages from Spirit and from the Akashic Records Masters, because most of the time it's not just for one single person, it's for other people as well who are watching. Okay. What is causing the imbalance in the end? I think I'm missing something. Usually for imbalances, it's caused by some lifestyle issues. For example, um, imbalances in the heart chakra. When it's when we feel overly emotional or when it's overactive, it might be because we have poor boundaries. We don't know anything about boundaries. So how to balance it is also correcting what caused it in the first place. Um, in that particular example that he gave, it's establishing better boundaries that would balance the heart chakra. And it's different for each type. And the key is to remember what each chakra is responsible for or what it governs. So I hope that helps, Milena. Okay. I have your question, Donna Marie. I have the questions are currently full. It's closed now. But in case I don't get to you on air, I'll message you later. I'll message you later and we'll do this. I want to do this for your husband, Donna Marie. I'm just checking for questions. Okay. I think I got them. So the cause is the effect somehow, yes, somehow. Um, except for blockages. For blockages, it might be caused by trapped emotions, which, as you have seen me do previously and in other episodes, we clear them during the show with the person's permission, of course. We also check for their causes in the Akashic Records. Usually, it's connected with our experiences either in the past or in present. Oh, you're very welcome, Donna Marie. Okay, I'm going to start opening the records now. I'll read the protection prayer and then I'll open the Akashic Records with the key. So let's take a deep centering breath. Only the highest frequency of love and light can remain in this sacred space and all objects in the sacred space for the highest good of this group, consisting of myself, those who are watching right now, those who will join us later, and those who will watch the replay. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. All other energies must leave now. Now I go to the highest level of the divine that knows that love is the power and the truth from which we read. Our highest level guides and angels to help us with this reading. Angel Michael and Archangel Metatron, please hold this sacred space. And so it is. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as this revealed for our highest good, the highest good of all, and the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters, Spirit Guides, and Angels, please let us know this group in the light of the Akashic Records and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the Masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. The records are now open. Hello to the people who just came in. Hi, Purple Montaro. Hi, Marin D'Amico. Hi, Play Love Remember. And hello to everyone I missed. Um, we are going to start readings now. Well, I just need to call out the people that I have on my list. First up, I have Milena, Barbara, Michelle Oligards, Tofi, Red Dragon. Okay, hold on. Red Dragon, I think I have two questions for you from you. Which question would you like me to answer? Is it about your past life or is it about what you're doing when you're sleeping? Let me know so I can answer whichever you don't want to, uh, which, whichever you prefer. I can start that. Okay. Next we have after Red Dragons, Brina, Kat, Julianne Guthrie Smolson, Ascending Universal Butterfly, What a Lovely Day, Nicole, Sonia Claiborne, Kaylee Fogo Fogo, and Cora. I have also two questions from you, Sonia. Which one would you like me to answer as well? Starseed conception. Oh, they are similar questions about starseed conception. Not sure what conception. What you mean by conception? But yeah, we'll check out that later. Erin, I have your question. I'll try to get to you. Um, I'll try to get to you later, and also Rossi. Okay, Red Dragon says whichever draws me. Okay, where is that? Okay, first up we have Milena, who is my spirit team, and if they are like whole life or just momentarily. There are spirit guides who are with us for our entire lives. Our main guide is usually the same for just one lifetime. So the main guide is like a coordinator. At least that's how I see. That's how I see my main guides. They coordinate with everyone. Um, they also do like orientations for other spirit guides, and they stay with us for our entire lifetime. I call them the main guide, and it's different from guardian angel or our birth angel. We do have a birth angel. Each of us has a birth angel who is with us for our entire lifetime as well. So two, at least two of our spirit team members are with us for our entire lifetimes. Although that's not always the case. This is very rare, and I've only seen myself have this experience. I haven't heard of anyone who've had this experience, but I actually changed my main guide um, just this year, about March this year. I don't know what brought about the change, but usually it doesn't change. My main guide used to be an Arcturian named Victoria, and now it's Archangel Metatron. There were some changes. Is what they told me. There were some changes in my life, and there were some responsibilities that Victoria had to attend to, and so they changed my main guide. But usually it doesn't happen. Normally, our main guides stay with us for our entire lifetimes. So yeah, I'm going to check with your spirit team um, who they are. I'm not seeing anyone, and what I mean by that is I don't see a figure. Are you Milena's main guide, please? Are you a galactic? Okay, your main guide, Milena, is galactic. I mean, they are from other star systems. And the reason why I'm not seeing a figure or features from your main guide is because they're not embodied. They are from the higher dimensions. And so sometimes they don't have physicality anymore. They transcend physicality. So we don't see their features. I see more like a bluish white energy. What star system are you from? Could you please tell me? Others. Is this others from Milky Way? Tau Ceti? Are you from Tau Ceti? I'm getting a yes on Tau Ceti. Your the spirit guide that is presenting themselves seems to be from Tau Ceti. Any messages for Milena? They're telling me they will introduce themselves to you when you're ready, one by one. So you don't have to worry. I don't know if you're worried about anything, but that's the message that I'm getting. Don't worry. They are with you always. But it feels very much like an introduction. I don't know if you're just beginning in this spiritual awakening journey, but it feels that way to me. Like you're beginning and they are starting to present themselves to you in different ways. So pay attention to the synchronicities around you. Um, Angel numbers can be one. So angel numbers are repeating numbers of threes and fours, like 111, 333. Pay attention to that and also repeating signs and symbols. So I hope that helps, Milena. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Oh, hi, Leah. I just read your comment. Tears of gratitude. In this time, my gardens were destroyed by the rain. Not a lot. That is something to be grateful about, Leah. And I'm very happy that you have a lot now. I love plants, and I tend to my garden too. So and I understand how it can be heartbreaking when they are destroyed. So yeah, I'm very happy for you, Leah. Okay, next up we have Barbara. You told me I escaped Maldek on a ship to Mars. What happened to me on Mars? Ooh, interesting. Okay, after Mars. Oh, after Maldek escaping to Mars, what did Barbara do in Mars? Were there other people who were already living in Mars during that time when Barbara came? Okay, there were already other people who were living in Mars by the time you went there. Were there any conflicts? I feel like there were some conflicts as well because you were Mars is a divine masculine. Um, is more inclined with the divine masculine, and by divine masculine, I mean strength. You know, and so is Maldek, or so was Maldek, and so you might have had some. You had some conflicts with the locals when you first arrived. Some of them weren't very welcoming to the refugees because there were already conflicts and problems in Mars before you arrived. I'm seeing conflicts in resources. Okay, what did Barbara do? What was she doing when she first arrived? They're telling me you were adjusting to the atmosphere because when you arrived, it felt very different than when you were in Maldives. But it was beautiful for you because remember that Maldek was at war and there were a lot of explosions and there were a lot of destruction before you left for Mars or before you experienced Mars. But mostly when you arrived in Mars, it was for recuperation. There were some issues with your breath when you arrived. There's a difference in atmosphere from Maldek and Mars that affected your breathing. Is what they're showing me. Okay, please take it away, masters. Okay. I can breathe now. I was having trouble breathing um, while I was looking at that because that's how you felt. You were having trouble breathing. Does this have any long lasting effects on Barbara, like multi lifetime effects from that experience? I'm getting a yes. Do you have? I'm not sure, Barbara, if you have any respiratory issues in this lifetime. But that feels it feels that way. Like there are respiratory issues that you might have um, carried over for lifetimes because of that experience of not being able to breathe properly when you first got to Mars. Were they able to adjust in that lifetime? Okay, they're telling me that you were able to adjust in this lifetime. It was just the initial one. It's the initial experience that left you breathless. But eventually you were able to breathe. That's what they do. Okay, I have to show this. Yes, Barbara says yes, I have asthma. Yeah, I'm seeing that. It was very similar to asthma. I have asthma too, and yeah, it felt that way. It's something that we can clear, masters. Oh, cool, we can clear it. Clear a trapped emotion in her lungs right now. Okay, can you please show me what that is? Is it shock? Okay, Barbara, the trapped emotion that we can clear is shock, and it's in your lungs. It's trapped in your lungs. I'm not sure if it's going to clear the for entertainment purposes only. Please always consult with your medical professional with matters concerning your health. But there is trapped emotion, Barbara, in your lungs. So if this is something that you want to be cleared, please type in yes in the chat, or no if you don't. If you don't want it to be cleared yet. Oh, hello, Piara. But what's good about emotional energy clearings is that when we clear it in this lifetime, you won't need to carry carry that emotional baggage with you again when you incarnate in your future lifetimes. So yeah, let me know if you want this to be cleared. She said yes. Oh, there we go. I got you, Barbara. I request the clearing of this shock trapped emotion from Barbara's physical body, her energy body, in all timelines, in all lifetimes, in the past, present, and future, for Barbara's highest good, the highest beautiful, the most benevolent outcome. Akashic Records Masters, Archangel Metatron, we ask that this trapped emotion be cleared. And it's done. I hope that helps, Barbara, and thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading and clearing for you. Next up, we have Michelle Oligard. Michelle, is Michelle still here? Please let me know. After Michelle, we have Sutofi and Kim Red Dragon. So let me know if you're still. Oh, Standing in Light with Annie Bear says, I believe it also helps 7 generations forward and back. I hope so. I hope so. This is very true for ancestral clearings or for clearing ancestral traumas. Okay, Michelle is here. Okay. Michelle asks, could you please tell me about a past life that has meaning to this one? Akashic Records Masters, could you please show me Michelle's life, Michelle's lifetime that is significant to this lifetime that she has now? I'm just going to confirm this because I'm seeing a ship. Galactic lifetime seems to be very strong today. Okay, is this a galactic lifetime, Masters? Just the big hammer here. Is this a galactic lifetime that you're showing me? I'm getting a yes on this. Clockwise is a yes for me. They're showing me a galactic lifetime in a ship, and it's a triangular ship. Where was this? Please, what star system was this in? Is it from the Pleiades? Electra. Okay. Or Taigeta? Not Taigeta. Okay. I'm getting a lifetime that you had in Pleiades, particularly in the star system called Electra. Electra is one of the most technologically advanced star systems in Pleiades. Um, it's where a lot of ships are being made. And that's what I was seeing at first, because I was seeing triangular ships, and Pleiades has a lot of triangular ships. Okay, what was she doing in this lifetime? I'm seeing you're wearing long robes in this lifetime, and you had long hair. You still had blue skin. You don't look humanoid in this lifetime. I mean, you don't look like the features that we have right now. Brown skin. You still had blue skin. So this is telling me that this was pretty early on in Pleiadian history. You were descended from a mixture. You were like a hybrid between the people from Vega and the people who are from the other parts of Lyra, who are more Nordic looking. Because they're not really that blue. Like you were light blue. And they're telling me that your role in that lifetime was a diplomat. You were connecting and you were communicating with people who are not from the Pleiades. Is it from Apollonia? Seeing some Apollonians with you. Yeah, you were a diplomat and you were communicating with Apollonia in particular in this lifetime that they were showing me. Apollonia is another star system where a lot of Lyrans went after the wars. And so your role was connecting with others. How is this significant to her lifetime, Masters? Oh, okay. They're telling me that this is part of your mission. Like you have been doing this role of being a communicator and bridging gaps between people. Okay, how is she going to do it in this lifetime? Okay, they're telling me that you can channel and you are medium. Wait, you are? I believe you are. I think we've read on this before. You have a connection with spirit. In that lifetime in Pleiades, you were doing it face to face, but now it's different. You can do it from other dimensions. You can connect with other dimensions and communicate that with people who are with you or in this plane, on this earth plane. So yeah, it's a part of your mission to be a communicator and to bridge the gaps between people, Michelle. That's the significance. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay, I'm just going to backtrack if I missed any. Michelle says, I'm still trying to open my abilities. Things usually work in its own divine timing, so trust that it will. Amanda Carroll says, Apollonia, like me. Yeah, I recognize they're close with Apollonia. Like, Apollonia is very fashionable. So they look like um, a mixture between Africa and some other countries. They were very fashionable. Eek, I don't think I made the list. Oh, you were supposed to be next to Tofi? I think you're next. There we go. If you can you still stick around, or do you not have to go somewhere? Let me know if you have to go somewhere, because I know that it is morning for you. I think 7 or 8 a.m. So, but I might. Okay. Rossi says read for Sutofi. Okay. Sutofi, how was my very last galactic life from Akashic Records impacting my soul growth in this early life now? Okay, hold on. While I was doing the last reading, one of my pendulums broke, so I'm just going to get my back a pendulum. Hold on. Ta-da! Okay, I have my smaller pendulum, my backup pendulum now. Okay, where was Sophie? Where did she incarnate before coming to Earth? Right before coming to Earth, Masters, please. Is she from Venus? Okay. They're telling me that you were from Venus right before you incarnated to Earth, that you were incarnated in Venus, Satofi. What's she doing? How is it impacting her life on Earth? Right? Okay. I'm seeing Venus, and you were giving, it looks like a small box that's shaped like a tablet to someone. Context. What was she doing here? Was this in Venus? Did she ever come to Earth before incarnating in Earth? No. Okay. What was she giving to that person? Okay. Was she a teacher in that lifetime? Okay, not a teacher. What was her role in Venus, please? In this lifetime you're showing me. What was her main mission? Is it transmuter or an anchor? Okay. They're showing me that you were in Venus. You were giving a box as a gift, is what they're telling me. But your main mission um, was to be an anchor. Anchors are, or energy anchors. What their role is that they like, when you have a planet, it's like you're a pin. Like when you put a pin on a planet or on a sphere, you ground the energies of other star systems in that planet. And that's what your role was in Venus. Um, in this lifetime, or how it is affecting you in this lifetime, I believe you're also an anchor in this lifetime. That's what they're showing me. Um, you might not like conflict, and very understandably so, because our responsibilities as energy anchors is to keep a high vibration so that we can continue grounding that energy on Earth. And our responsibility is maintaining that high vibrational energy. And so we might feel like an urge to run from conflict and to really stay away from chaotic environments and low vibrational environments. That's how it is affecting you right now, Sophie. And it's not anything bad. It's just your mission to ground energy on Earth. And it's something that you have been doing in planets that you have incarnated before. So not just on Earth. So what I mean by political, but what I mean by chaotic environments might be political. Or when you have like family dramas, or friendship dramas, you tend to stay away from them. You might also not do well in them in case you really don't have any choice but be there. But yeah, it is part of your mission to stay away from them, or stay away from chaotic environments, because it's not your mission. Your mission is to keep your vibration and keep grounding it on others. So I hope that helps, Sophie. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay, next up we have Red Dragon. Red Dragon asks, okay, oops, where am I traveling to while sleeping? I have been sleeping very long hours lately. After Red Dragon, we have Brina. So, Brina, Kat, and Julian, the three Smolson, please let me know if you are still in the chat. I'm just going to start the questions that I've already answered. Where is Red Dragon traveling to when she's sleeping, Masters? Are you Grace? Hmm. I'm seeing that when you're sleeping, Kim, they are healing you. There are some guides that are healing you while you're sleeping. At least currently, that is she traveling to other systems while she's sleeping, or just healing? Healing. Yeah, they're telling me that right now you're not going to other star systems. Right now, they're focused on healing you. And I'm seeing there you have gray aliens, or at least one gray alien who is helping heal you. Yeah, there's some gray alien. Is there more than one of you? No, just one gray alien. Is there others? Okay, okay. I had to double check if it was for your highest good. They tell me yes, it was for your highest good. The healing was for your highest good. There were some physical issues, is what they're telling me. That they are working with you. It's just one gray alien that's working on healing you right now. Okay, what is this for? Can you tell me? Okay, he's telling me it's for future missions. There are some physical requirements for your future mission. That's why they're healing you. It's like support and in preparation for your future mission. Anything you can say about her future mission? And he's telling me, by the way, Kim, his name is Martin. He's a gray alien and his name is Martin. Okay, Martin. You're telling me that you will know when the time comes. But yeah, you have a future mission that they are preparing you for, or that he's preparing you for, Kim. That's why you have been sleeping very long hours because you need to recuperate, is what he's telling me. So I hope that helps, Kim. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay. A feedback from Satofi. Venus, oh Venusian Council. Yes, on Earth, I know I am a pin of light when I need you all. I stand in dirt grass and raise my hands to grid, and we all join our collective energies. Sometimes in Earth, barrel. Yeah, this is what you have been doing for several lifetimes, Satofi. It's really grounding energy to Earth, and you're bringing with you energies of other star systems. One of them is Lyra. Okay. Yeah, his name is Martin. Um, he told me, Martin, Martin. Like, who's Martin? Me. Okay, you're Martin. Okay, next up we have Brina. Is Brina still here? Brina and Kat are next, and then Julianne Guthrie Smolson. Okay, Brina is here. Julianne is here. Um, Next we have Brina. Oh, by the way, I do offer private readings. My details are in the description. Yeah, if you ever you want to do this one-on-one and you're not comfortable with doing this on air or live on YouTube, that's very understandable. So yeah, my details are in the description. For any inquiries, you can message me to book me for a private reading. Okay. Rena, can I have a reading on galactic or starseed life that applies for this life? Okay. Galactic energy is coming very strong today. Our topic is about chakras, but yeah, a lot of galactic stuff. I'm seeing a water planet, Brina. That's what's coming up. Okay. Where is this? Where is this water planet, Masters? Beta Centauri? Okay, you had a lifetime in Beta Centauri, Brina. This is also called Hadar. This is the second brightest star in the Centaurus constellation. So if you look at star maps, it's labeled either as Beta Centauri or as Hadar. Okay, what is she doing in Hadar? Full mermaid was she a mermaid or a hybrid mermaid? Okay, they're telling me that you were a hybrid mermaid. You were descended from the Lyran refugees from Wars, and then the local ones, the local mermaids who were already living in Beta Centauri. So you were a hybrid in this lifetime. What was she doing? How is this affecting this lifetime? I don't know if you're mixed, Brina, but they're telling me you're like melding or merging two cultures together. That's why they're bringing this lifetime up. Because in that lifetime, you were descended from a mermaid and a lion, who had humanoid features. And how it is affecting you in this lifetime is that, oh, okay, you might be very flexible in understanding of other cultures. That's what you're telling me, because in that lifetime, you experienced being a part of two cultures. And also because you come from a water planet, in your succeeding lifetimes, you were more comfortable in being around um, water plants. That's also part of the reason why you came to Earth, because Earth has a lot of water. Okay, and then whenever you buy houses or look for houses, you might be more attracted to places that are near water, and water energizes. That's what they're telling me. Yeah, that is the significance of that lifetime for you and how it is affecting you. Um, your connection with water and being able to um, really navigate between cultures is the significance of that lifetime. So I hope that helped, Rina, and thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Do galactic beings have chakra systems? Okay, Erin has a question that I would like to answer. Galactic beings have chakra systems. Yes, they do. But there are some who don't have the lower chakras anymore. There are some who have just the upper chakras. So they are more intuitive and they are more connected with the other people. I believe the gray aliens don't really have the lower chakras, or at least the sacral chakra, because they are having some trouble with reproduction. And if you can recall from our previous discussion about chakras, the sacral chakra, the orange one that is that governs or is responsible for reproduction, creativity, and birth, is the sacral chakra. They have problems with that, or they don't have that anymore. That's why they're having trouble with reproducing. Candy B, did you retype your question after the show started? I didn't see a question from you afterward. I'm not using StreamYard, so unfortunately, the comments that are entered before the show starts, they tend to disappear. That's why I ask for people to type in their questions after the live stream has started. Hi, Jules. Thank you so much for being here. So I hope that answers your question, Erin. Hold on, I'm just going to take a sip. Everyone, please also take sips. Cat, anything galactic relevant to my current life? I see that you guys have enjoyed. I hope and I know you Cat watched it, but I hope people who are watching in the background or through the replay also saw the show that I had with Diana Bowles um, last Friday. I enjoyed that very much. I don't know if this is the aftermath of that, but yeah, I enjoyed that very much. And we might be doing that again sometime soon. So keep an eye out for our posts, everyone. Okay. Anything galactic relevant to Kat's current life? I'm getting a yes. Okay. Please show what galactic lifetime is relevant to Kat in this lifetime. Hmm. Where is this? Show me where this is, please. Procyon? Did Kat have a past lifetime in Procyon? Kat, I don't know if you're aware, but you had a past lifetime in Procyon. Um, Procyon is a star system that's also more inclined with the divine masculine in the sense that there are a lot of people there who are very much health conscious, and they are very strong because of that health consciousness. But for some reason, I'm seeing a conflict. What's this in Procyon? Okay, what's this on Earth? I'm seeing like a war or a conflict. And they're telling me this was not in Procyon. You were from Procyon in that lifetime, but you were sent to Earth to help Earth. What's this in inner Earth? Okay. They're showing me that this conflict that I'm seeing right now is in inner Earth. This was Earth in the inner part of it. I don't know if you're aware or um, if you're aware that there is an inner Earth, Kat. But a lot of Procyonians were sent to Earth to help us with draconians. Mm, Up until a few years ago, there were some draconian bases inside Earth, and you were part of the people who fought the draconians. You helped get rid of draconians on Earth, is what they were telling me, and it was happening up until a few years ago. But yeah, in the past lifetime, you were sent to inner Earth to battle with the draconians. Is she a part of the Galactic Federation? Yeah, you were a part. You were sent here as a part of the Galactic Federation for that. I'm going to type in how it's spelled. It's spelled Procyon. There we go. They were showing me you were in Agartha because it looked like an inner Earth city. I believe this is Agartha. You were battling with them like with brute force, and you were very strong. I'm seeing you were a male in this lifetime, in that lifetime, Cat. Okay. How is this significant to Cat's current life? You are very protective, is what the masters are telling me. You can be very protective of the people you care for. And it's a quality that you have carried with you for several lifetimes. And that's the reason why you chose to come to Earth. I mean, in that lifetime, even in that lifetime, you chose to come to Earth to protect Earth because it was a beautiful planet, and you understood that if you didn't come to Earth, the draconians can wreak havoc on Earth. I don't know if you've had any experience with the Lyra Draconian Wars. It's going to take a while to get to that, but it's possible you've had some experience with the Lyra Draconian Wars before, and that's the reason why you're protective because you knew that Earth can get destroyed if you didn't help Earth. So thank you, Kat, for your service and for protecting Earth. I hope that helps. No, you're not protective. You mean you're not protective? Oh, or do you mean that you mean a connection with Lyra? Oh, interesting. Anything about the protectiveness? It might have changed in the previous or in the succeeding lifetimes in between this lifetime and that, but what they were showing me uh, in the lifetime. So yeah, let's look into it in other future episodes or in future mini readings, if that's okay with you. But that is what I'm getting in this moment, Kat. But I hope that helps. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Diane, can you recommend videos that addresses all of the intergalactic wars in star systems? There are many on YouTube. Um, Hold on, I'm going to try to recall if there's any that is all encompassing. Not particularly about Lyra Draconian Wars, but Debbie Solaris is also a Galactic Akashic Records reader, so you can check her channel. Also, Sutofi is talking about the Lyran legacy. This is a book by Jennifer, um, who I'm not sure about her channel name. Is it Twillo? Twillo Talk? Fogo Pogo, if you're still here, please let us know. I do not know. I don't know the Lyran King's name, or if there is a Lyran King. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in my readings before. You're a treasure trove of wisdom, the Rossi. Yes, Procyon is the brightest star in Canis Minor. It's also very much related with Sirius, which is a Canis Major constellation. Oh, there, my holistic self. Thank you so much, Fogo Pogo. Red Red Dragon. This is Jennifer's YouTube channel. She talks about the Lyran wars, about her experiences. She actually remembers her Lyran experience, but she does shows with Twilo. Thank you so much for this information, Kaylee. Okay, next. Next up, we have Julianne Guthrie Smolson. After Julianne, we have Ascending Universal Butterfly, and what a lovely day. So let me know if there is you're still here. Again, that's Julianne Guthrie Smolson as the Universal Butterfly. What a lovely day. Okay, Julianne is here. I would like to know about anything that my guides want me to know right now, please, and thank you. Okay, guys, do you want me to draw a card? They're bringing my attention to the cards. Should I this one? Do you want this one? How about no? No, this one. Great. They are your guides are referring me to the I don't care deck. It's not because they don't care, but it has a lot of lovely messages. Okay, well, which file contains her message, please? This one. Thank you. Okay, which file contains her message, please? That one. Okay. This is a message about this one and this one. Okay. What is this card? It says, I am always a child. And I don't know if you can see that, but here's a woman who has her briefcase open and just having fun. And this is their message for you to not Do not forget that you are still a child. They don't mean it demeaningly. They mean that they are just encouraging you to play. Because sometimes when we get to adulthood, we lose touch of our inner child. And this is the reminder for you to connect with your inner child and play. They keep telling me, play, play, play. And it's okay for you to play because sometimes we judge ourselves for playing and acting like a child. But sometimes the best qualities are found in children. So your guides are encouraging you to play, connect with your inner child more. Thank you so much, Julie Ann, and I hope that helps. Oh, yes. Dr. Gale has a book that is out now. How I Learned to Fly a Spaceship. It doesn't talk about the Lyra Draconian Wars necessarily, but yeah, it is about her experiences, her galactic experiences, rather. Sonia, yes, you are still on the list. Okay. Ping. Next up, we have Ascending Universal Butterfly. I haven't seen a comment from them. Am I doing this human thing right? Sometimes it can be tough, but you're still here. We are still here. So, yeah, I guess we're doing something right, Julianne. Oh, thank you so much for posting the link, Rossi. This particular book is this particular book talks about the Lyra Draconian Wars. Oh my gosh, Kat, I'm so sorry about that. But again, you can watch the replay. I'll do my best to put the chapters again. I have been missing out on a lot of episodes and backtracking on several episodes. In doing that. Okay, Ascending Universal Butterfly is still here. Thank you. Thank you, Nicole. I have Naruto ones and One Piece ones. Okay. After Nicole is Sonia and or the two Sonias. Sonia and Sonia Born. Okay. Ascending Universal Butterfly asks, who is my strongest ally in the star system when it comes to guidance, wisdom, and decision making, please? And what is their name? Oh, okay. It's her main guide. Usually, your strongest ally is your main guide because they have been with you for several lifetimes, or at least in this lifetime, your entire lifetime. Um, there are guides who have been with us for several lifetimes. I have a guide who has been my main guide for all my previous lifetimes, and it just changed now. Apparently, I have a different mission, so I changed my main guide. But yeah, usually it's our main guide. Okay. As ascending universal, this ascending universal butterfly's main guide, a galactic, a galactic being. I'm getting a no on this. How about angelic being? An elemental being? Okay, your main guide is an elemental being, ascending universal butterfly. At least in this lifetime. So they're not from a different star system. They are from Earth, but they are elemental. Okay, are you from inner Earth? Not from inner Earth, but you are connected with plants. More? You're a fae. Okay, I'm getting a female fae for you. as an universal butterfly. And interestingly, you have a butterfly in your name and in your display picture. I'm seeing that kind of wing or those kind of wings in your main guide. Um, I'm going to try to get her name. She's telling me that her name is very long and that we can't really pronounce it. Do you have an Earth name, like a human name? She doesn't have a human name. Are you open to being named so she can refer to you easier? Okay. She's telling me that although her name is very long, she's open to you naming her um, because she has a very long name and we can't pronounce it. We have a message for her for as an universal butterfly. She's telling me that you have a very strong connection with Earth as in the universal butterfly. She's encouraging you to ground and use that connection with Earth. Like you have the ability to heal yourself just by grounding your energy to Earth. Use that connection. Okay. She's also telling you to connect more with nature and go out and connect with trees. And she's showing me hugging trees. Hugging trees would also be very, very relaxing and healing for you. And she's assuring you that she will be with you. And she's going to communicate with you. Um, or she's already communicating with you when you are out in nature ascending. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Oh no, now we're talking about anime. Oh, thank you so much, Annie Bear, for your help. And I hope you have a good walk. Okay. Going back to start questions. What a lovely day. I would love to know if I had a past life in Japan during World War One or World War Two. Did Nicole have a past life in World War One? How about World War Two? I'm getting a no on both. What a lovely day. Did she have any past lifetimes in Japan at all? But you had a past lifetime in Japan. It was just in a different time period. Is she connected with World War One? How about World War Two? Very different. You did incarnate in World War Two, but just not in Japan. Okay, where was she? Was Nicole in Korea during World War Two? You were in Korea. You weren't in Japan. So I'm getting a strong yes in Korea. Was she in North Korea? South. Okay. You were in South Korea during World War Two. You were a woman. And during that time, you were already an ajumma. You were like an auntie in your 50s to 60s. I'm seeing you were still wearing a hanbok. You were not from the capital, but you were in one of the countrysides. Busan? No, it's not Busan. It's not near the water. But your village was a very it's focused on agriculture. You were farming as an adjunct in that lifetime or as an auntie. But yeah, there were soldiers. I'm seeing Japanese soldiers there during that time. Perhaps that's why you thought you were in Japan, but no, you were in Korea. And there were Japanese soldiers in Korea during that time. So I hope that helps, Nicole. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Next, we have Sonia. She had a clarification in the question. What is her origin, if I'm not mistaken? Sonia, that was your question, right? Where is Sonia's galactic origin? Was it in Alpha Centauri, Beta Centauri, or Apollonia? Okay, show me where, please. Is her origin in Pleiades? Nairobi, Pleione, Pleione. I'm getting a Pleiadian origin for you, Sonia, and particularly in the Pleione star system. Pleione is one of the stars in the Pleiades that is more focused on the divine feminine. And what I mean by that is it's not a very technologically advanced place. And usually people incarnate here for vacations. Is Pleione still her home? Is it still her home star system? I think you have changed your home star system. And what I mean by that is that you have started to incarnate more on other star systems. But yeah, this is where you started in Pleiades. And they're telling me that the reason why you started in Pleione is because you wanted a soft start. There are souls who prefer being in more peaceful environments. And you're one of those souls. And it's part of the reason why you incarnated. Was her life that might be the only one? You were very much connected with the planet and with the nature. Pleione, at least when I see it in my mind, it looks very much like Earth. It had green, and you like spending time in nature. At least that's how they're showing it to me in your very first lifetime. You were a female in this lifetime. Okay, how is this affecting her lifetime right now? They're telling me that it's affecting your lifetime, Sonia, because you have a deep appreciation for peace. During your lifetime in Pleione, you were descended from Lyran refugees, and so it was instilled to you by your parents, by your ancestors, um, the importance of peace. They're telling me that you worked hard to maintain peace. So in this lifetime, you might be a peacemaker. Whenever people are having problems with each other, you might be the middle person. Yeah, you might be someone who doesn't like conflicts, is what they're showing me and what they're telling me, Sonia. I don't know if you can validate that. But yeah, that is how Pleione has affected you and how those are the traits that you got from incarnating in Pleione. So I hope that helps. And thank you so much for asking me to do this reading for you. Again, I offer private readings for those who want in-depth readings. I offer private readings. My details are in the description. I have a star seed or star lineage um, session. It focuses on your on your star lineage. And what I mean by that is from your first star system of origin up until you get to Earth. That is what the reading is going to be. It's focused on the galactic lifetimes. So if you're interested, drop me an email. Next up, we have Sonia. Okay. Is it too weird? Can you just tell me who my guides are and possibly their names? Oh, if my question is too weird. No, it's not too weird. What galaxy was I in when I threw a seed into space from a spaceship and everything turned green? I don't know if this is symbolic, Sonia. Was this symbolic? Was this literal? She really threw a seed. Ah, this is literal. Okay. But I'm getting that this was in Milky Way. This was in this galaxy. And I'm getting a yes on that. This was in this galaxy. What star system did this happen in? Was this in Maya? Pleiades. Okay. Pleione as well? Electra. Interesting. Was she from Pleiades in this lifetime? Or was she in. No? Okay, this happened in Pleiades, but you were not from Pleiades. Where was she from? Was it Lyra? Okay. You had a lifetime in Lyra, Sonia. Um, you were one of the Lyran refugees. That's what they're telling me. And you were one of the first pioneers of the Pleiades. Your work was yeah, you're showering seeds. You were showering seeds in Pleiades. You were looking for planets. It was like an experiment. You would plant the seeds in certain planets and look for planets where they would grow because you were looking for a place where you can stay and you can live. You're looking for a new home since you escaped Lyra from the wars. You were looking for a place to stay or a new home for you and for the people you were with. And this happened to be in Electra. Interestingly, Electra in the Pleiades is it's not a very nature centered place. It's not divine feminine oriented place. It's more technologically advanced. That's how it developed over time. But initially, you were one of the people who found out that there can be life in Electra because you threw that seed from your spaceship, or you have planted that seed in Electra, and it grew. It grew, and you realize that you can stay there. The people can stay there. But I don't think you stayed in Electra. Did you live in Electra? No. Personally, you didn't live in Electra, but you threw that seed in Electra. So I hope that helps, Sonia. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Like Anne Hathaway in Interstellar. Oh, I didn't see Interstellar. So I'm not familiar with the reference. But yeah, interesting if that happened because a lot of the stories that we see in movies and we read in books, sometimes they are from our experiences in other star systems, much like Star Wars. Star Wars looks like Orion. Ooh. Oh, thank you so much, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Terraforming, possibly. Yeah, possibly. Yeah. It's not too weird, Sonia. Your questions aren't too weird. I like weird. Okay, next up, we have Fogo Pogo. After Fogo Pogo, we have Cora and Rossi. Will love Akashic reading on my dragon lifetime I've been exploring. Thank you. Okay, did Fogo Pogo have a dragon lifetime? Was she physical? Was it in another dimension? Mm, okay. Is it in here in Milky Way? Okay. Show me what planet or what star system, please. Was it in Draco? On Earth. Oh, interesting. Okay, I'm going to show you my pendulum, Kaylee. Did she have a dragon lifetime? I'm getting a yes on that, so it confirms that you had a dragon lifetime. But this wasn't in other star systems. This was on Earth, and I'm getting a strong yes on this. You were here on Earth during the ancient times. You were created on Earth as an elemental dragon. I'm seeing red, a red dragon. There were some oranges on your scales, but you look like a Chinese dragon, like a very long dragon. You were flying. Was she in Camelot? This was during the time when Camelot was around and you were in Camelot. So it might be the story about King Arthur might be something that you're interested in. Okay, who did she work? You're connected with Merlin. Is it Merlin Masters that I'm seeing? You interacted with Merlin. Like you would give Merlin guidance. Huh. Okay, what was her mission in this lifetime? Okay. They're telling me that your mission in this lifetime was to bring peace. That there was a lot of chaos in that period. That the dragons, it wasn't just you, there were other dragons who came in. And your mission was to guide humanity into peace. And you were in your dragon forms. But they were telling me that you were a high vibrational being. You're not necessarily from the 3D world. So not everyone saw you, but Merlin saw you. You worked a lot with Merlin. How is this relevant to her lifetime right now? They're telling me that you're continuing this mission because back then you would deliver messages as a dragon. Right now you're delivering this, but just in human form. And you still have the ability to connect with dragons and to connect with other dimensions and other realms. This is one of your main missions and why you incarnated on Earth, Kaylee. Yes, I feel like there was a lot of chaos. There was a lot of confusion around my death, like quick and unexpected. Okay, I'll check if they would show me that. They're not showing me like a bloody or tragic death. It was kind of like you evaporated, you disappeared. Like, why? Why did she disappear? Can you show me why she disappeared? Okay, they're telling me that you disappeared on Earth. You couldn't hold your dragon form anymore because it was just too heavy for you. I mean, Earth vibration has become too dense that you can't incarnate on Earth anymore in your physical body as a dragon. That's why when you came back after that lifetime, you were in human form because you still had that unfinished mission that you're supposed to be doing, but you couldn't continue that anymore as a dragon because dragons are high vibrational beings. And it was just too heavy. They were showing me like evaporating. You ascended or you stayed in higher dimensions while Earth descended. So there was a frequency mismatch and you couldn't stay on Earth as a dragon. It's not a tragic death, is what I'm seeing. Yeah, you were kind of shapeshifters. So that's so cool, Fogo Pogo. Facing from dragon to human and back. Yeah, there were some dragons who did that. That's so cool. I hope that helps, Kaylee, and thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay. Is Cora still here and Rossi? I still see Rossi, but Cora, could you please let me know if you're still here? And Erin, if Erin is still here, um, I'll get to your question. So I see Rossi. I'm going to get to your question first. Any clue on what new healing modality I'm going to develop? Okay. You want me to go to the cards for this? Okay, no. This is tough. Okay. It feels like a reprimand, Rossi. Okay, guides, please be gentle. What message do you have for Rossi? They keep telling me that it's not about the modality. It's like when you have a lot of tools in your pocket, it might confuse you or take you a while to take something out of your pocket and use it. So they are encouraging you more to focus on certain modalities that you already know instead of getting a lot. I don't know if that makes sense, Ross. It almost feels like a reprimand, although it's more gentler than that. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. They're mentioning jack of all trades. The jack of all trades is a master of none. They're encouraging you to choose one to three modalities that you are most comfortable that you can develop. So it's more like developing the tools that you already have instead of getting a lot of information and learning more that you might not be able to use in this lifetime. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Rossi, but that is the message from your guides that I am getting right now. That it's not a new modality specifically, but it's more on honing the things that you already know and using them for other people. So I hope that helps, Rossi. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. Okay. Erin asks, how to raise my vibration when every part of life feels bad? Okay. Immediately they told me healing yourself and going on hermit mode. Hmm. Like being in solitude might do good for you, at least in this period. because you need to spend time with yourself. I'm seeing you writing. I don't know if you write, Aaron, but if you haven't, or if you don't write, you can consider writing on a journal or journaling your feelings and your thoughts, because there is power in writing your feelings out and naming the emotions that you are feeling. Like, what part of life feels bad for you? You are. There might be some people who say that you would be putting more energy to it, but the way I'm getting this is that when you write it down, you're reclaiming your power over those things that feel bad for you. Like, be specific. Why does this feel bad for me? This feels bad because la 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 la. La. And they're telling me that this is going to help you become more self-aware, and self-awareness is part of your healing. Is what your guides are telling me. And they're telling me that it's going to develop naturally. Your vibration is going to rise more the more you heal. And they're telling me that having a low vibration currently is not bad. It's a part of your healing. Sometimes when we do shadow work, our vibration naturally lowers down. When it lowers down, it's okay. But also, don't forget to protect yourself, because when we have lower vibrations, we tend to attract lower vibrational energies as well. So take care of yourself and protect yourself during this period. Yeah, they're telling me that it's going to, when you do this journaling and healing yourself, it's how it's going to rise. It's what they're showing me. So again, journaling is what is coming up very strongly right now. Anything else? Okay, they're showing me nature. They're showing me like a huge canopy of trees. There's a pathway. Just walking around nature is going to help you. That's what they are showing me. Like when you need time to recharge, or when you need the energy to recharge, this is going to help you being in nature. So I hope that helps, Aaron. And thank you so much for trusting me to do this reading for you. I'm just going to check back for comments from Cora. Has anyone seen Cora? Rusty says, yes, it does. Just was getting an indication that it will be a mixed match. Oh, that makes sense, Rossi. The things that I'm doing right now is a mixed match as well, like two separate modalities fused into one. So that makes sense. It's very possible that's why they want you to focus on the things that you already know right now. So it's not going to be necessarily a new one, but the fusion would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all that we have. I don't see Cora's comments anywhere, so she might have left. So I'm going to close the records now. Let's see. Centering breath. I would like to close by thanking the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. I would like to close by thanking the Akashic Records masters for their point of view. And I would like to close by thanking the divine source for all the knowledge and healing. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. The records are now closed, amen. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Rush. I didn't see that. I didn't see your question. But can you email me the question instead? I'll get to your questions through email. Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I will be back. I will be back on Wednesday. It's into the ether week, so I will be back with Linda de Gonzalez on Wednesday. It's 9:24. Yeah, September 24th. It's going to be at 5 p.m. EST. We will be talking about relationships. We'll be reading about relationships through the Akashic Records again. So I hope to see you there again soon. And after that, I will be on with Shari. I won't be simulcasting that one, but I will be on Shari's channel. I will post about it though, so everyone can find out about the link. Please make sure to hit the like button in this video if you haven't done that yet. And subscribe if you're watching the replay and you got to this and you still haven't subscribed. So we do this every week here in the show Soul Cloud. So I hope to see you again soon, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience with me and for being with me today. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.